Hi everybody, welcome to Breeders' Cup Focus. I'm Dan Illman along with Matt Bernier, and in this edition of Breeders' Cup Focus we're going to preview the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies, and our coverage is presented by Mischief at Spendthrift Farm. Let's take a look at the prospective field. Pre-entries are out. Final entries will be taken Monday. This list is ranked in order of Daily Racing Form National Handicapper Mike Watchmaker's preliminary morning line, and we see Moonshine Memories undefeated on the West Coast for Simon Callahan as the 3-1 morning line favorite. Chad Brown's Separation of Powers is at 4-1. Mark Casse has 3 horses on this list. Heavenly Love, the Alcibiades winner, impressive maiden winner Geo Game, and Wonder Gadot, who will be racing on dirt for the first time in her career. You also have Alluring Star in this race for Bob Baffert at 6-1. Let's begin our discussion, Matt, with Moonshine Memories. Done well sprinting, done well going 2 turns. I don't think she's a superstar, but she's rock solid, and I think she's one of the 2 horses to beat in this race. Let's go back to her Chandelier, her prep at Santa Anita.
Yeah, you're going to see her taking over right now, and again, they threw a lot at her in a short amount of time. She won the Del Mar debutante just a few weeks prior to this in the Chandelier, and she goes off. Don't completely dismiss the horse that's in second right now, Alluring Star. This was her first time going 2 turns, and she was the one that was out there. You see those fractions, honest enough, 23, 46, and 3. And also, you've got Petey Bianchi in here. So I don't think this is a completely, don't throw this group out just yet.
If you think this pace is going to be fast, I think you got to give Petey Bianchi a little bit of a look, because she does have a bit of a kick in the stretch. I'm not sure if she's going to be a late-running sprinter down the road, but I think she's okay for Doug O'Neill, and she's going to be a good price. And your point's very well taken with Alluring Star. I think the Baffert and the connections really like this horse, and she's still light on experience, but I think she gained a lot out of 100%. That race, and she could improve. It all depends on trip, because she is, she likes to be forward, and there should be some pace up front. Chad Brown's Separation of Powers, I mean, the word was out before her career debut sprinting at the Spa, and she ran away and hid with a very impressive race, and that led her to be one of the favorites, and I think the spin away.
Yes.
And she just got caught up in a ridiculous speed duel. She won the duel, she lost the war, she came back in the Frisette looking to recapture some of her reputation, and it looked like she was in some deep water on the far turn after chasing this solid pace. She takes over now, the number 4, and she holds off the closer, Caledonia Road.
Another one that you're going to want, maybe just file away, Caledonia Road. Keep in mind, she had been out for about a half-mile run, but you 100% right about Separation of Powers. In the far turn, looked like she was just kind of spinning her wheels, but then she finishes very, very well. I wonder if it was a matter of her just not handling the turns. Guess what? If that is an issue, you're going to have to go 2 turns now.
And that's an important part of it. Moonshine Memories has answered the question. Separation of Powers, by racing in New York in these route races, has not tried 2 turns just yet. I think you made a good point with Caledonia Road. If you watch that replay in Formulator, you'll see that she makes a very early move down towards the inside, and she sustains that run all the way through the turn. She's an interesting price play, again, especially if the pace is hot. Let's go to Keeneland. Heavenly Love's win in the Alcibiades. Now, again, this was a really solid performance. The problem is this race came back very slow.
It did come back slow, but I have to be honest with you, I'm fascinated by her, because you look at her ears are up right now. She's just loving life on the front end, and guess what? She's buried a couple of nice horses in this spot. I have to be honest, I wonder, of all the fillies that we've already taken a look at, I wonder if she's the one that if somebody's taken a giant step forward next Saturday afternoon, I wonder if it's her.
Let's take a look at the list one more time of leading contenders for the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies. Geo Game is at 12-1. I believe the same day as the Alcibiades. She won a maiden race, same distance as the Alcibiades, did it in faster time. Now, she started her career on turf. No surprise she's by Gio Ponte, but Gio Ponte's sire, Dre Fong, Breeders' Cup Sprint winner, capable with dirt runners. Maybe she's sort of an under-the-radar horse.
Certainly, and I think a lot of people are just going to immediately look at it and say, wow, you only beat maidens, now you're going to jump into the deep end. I have to be honest, we're at this time of year where it comes down to, obviously, experience matters, but are you fast yet? And guess what? Geo Game, she's already proven that she's quite fast.
What about Wonder Gadot, who's run some good races on turf? There's been some buzz about this horse. Nice performance last time out on a synthetic surface. How does it translate to dirt?
Oh, boy, I mean, that's the great unknown. Again, obviously, Mark Casse and company, they think highly of her. She'd been talked about a ton up at Woodbine. If she can handle the dirt, she's certainly got a chance in here. She has nice tactical speed. Again, how that translates to the dirt, we'll find out. Don't sleep on Princess Warrior either. I know we've basically mentioned every horse at this point, but Princess Warrior in the Alcibiades was her first time going 2 turns, first time against winners. She ran second in behind Heavenly Love, who was the winner that day. I wonder if you get a big, big pace up front, she's going to come on with a kick.
A horse that you can see on drf.com/BC, didn't make our list because of space constraints, is Maya Malibu.
Sure.
A filly that I know you liked a little bit in the Frisette. She got a big pace scenario. She rallied up the inside. She was second best. fast. I think you were a little bit disappointed she didn't take full advantage of that pace scenario. But when you look at her pedigree, especially on the dam side, it's distance, distance, distance. Here's an opportunity to go 2 turns, and I have a feeling she's going to like it, especially given some pace.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's going to be the big thing, though, pace dynamic. Is she going to get the pace that she needs to run at? Because if she does, she's one of the fillies in here. Although she hasn't gone 2 turns yet, you kind of think that distance is only going to be her friend, whereas some of these other girls, maybe it works the opposite way.
As we film this, the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies is only 8 days away. And for expanded Breeders' Cup contender lists, commentary, stories, head on over to drf.com/BC. That's it for this week's edition of Breeders' Cup Focus, presented by Mischief at Spendthrift Farm.